All right, we are back after a nice Thanksgiving break. I hope everybody had a decent break. So, your next test isn't till next week, okay? And this is actually a pretty decent lesson to start back on. Believe it or not, this is kind of similar to your last test that you actually get points for plugging stuff in correctly. Okay, so for instance, let's look right here. Standard form, we remember that it's ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so first off, what is our a for number one? Yes, in all of the discussion going on, somebody said one. Shh. Okay, what is our b? 6. And then what is our c? 8. Okay, now remember, and I think I said this specifically before the test, before Thanksgiving break, and I still had about 6 people ask this during the test. We're looking for the numbers, not the variables. Okay. All right. So we have to start plugging stuff in. Okay. We have this AOS. This is our axis of symmetry. Okay. That's a lot to type out. So I just like saying the AOS. So we put our 6 here. We put our 1 here. Well, this becomes -6 over 2, which is -3. Okay. Now, our AOS actually goes right here in the middle of our X's. Okay. It actually goes a couple of different places, but we're going to plug it in right there too. All right. Now, to actually find the Y value of our vertex, we're going to take that number we just found and plug it in everywhere we see X in our equation. Okay. So let's see. -3 squared. 3 plus 8. All right. We get -1. Okay. So this also goes here. Now, I know with technology and texting and FaceTiming and stuff, some of y'all, you hadn't seen each other. Y'all have been so far away. Look, honestly, we have 2 problems for the lesson, and then I'm done recording. Okay. All right. Now, as far as the hard math goes, that's it. We're done. We're literally done with the hard math. Okay. Now, right here, if this was a number, if this was a number line, this would go like -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay. Now, there's a couple ways that you can find these Y values also. If you want to, you could actually take these X values and plug them back in like we just did. Or you could use this easier way. I like this way because this way is a lot easier. I like easy. Okay. So let's look at it this way. So A is 1, right? Okay. So what is 1 times 1? 1. Okay. Now, we take that value and we add it to this one right here. So what's negative 1 plus 1? 0. Okay. Now, right here, our A is still 1. So what's 3 times 1? 3. All right. So now we add 3 to this y value right here. So what is 0 plus 3? 3. Now, if we actually were graphing on a piece of paper, we now have all of our points to graph. I could make it harder. Believe it or not, this is about as easy as I can make it. And some people are like, I don't understand. Well, probably because either you weren't listening or you couldn't listen because other people were like trying to talk really loud because they hadn't seen each other. Okay. Yes. Yeah. C is just kind of like C is like the ultimate friend zone thing. Like it's there. I don't know if y'all have noticed, like on both things, A and B is like the major things we deal with. C is just kind of along for the ride. Okay. It's kind of like a parasite. It's just there. Does it really? It's just there. Okay. I know it's weird. All right. So let's look at number 2. Number 2. So, all right. So on number 2, what is the number in front of the x squared? Negative 1. Okay. And so that would mean B would be 2 and C would be 8. Awesome. Okay. So we found those things now. All right. So now let's plug it in. So we got to say, so 2 goes here, negative 1 goes here. All right. So negative times 2, negative 2, negative 2 times, or 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. All this becomes is 1. Now this 1 goes again in a lot of places. We know it will go here and here. It will go here. It will also go here in the middle. Okay. Now, I'm one of those weird people. I think we could all agree. Okay. That once I know where something goes, I go ahead and I put it everywhere. That's where it goes. That way I don't have to like go back and do it again and go back and do it again. Okay. That's just me. All right. So moving on to this part, don't forget we have a negative on the outside of the parenthesis here. All right. If we plug all this into our calculator, like this, we get 9. So it goes there, there, and there. Now, huh? Oh, were you talking about the chart? Now, shh. I'm again, I'm one of these people. I like a vertical chart. That's just me. on the test and the practice test, it's actually a horizontal chart because some people have to see it like it is on the number line for the X and Y axis. Okay. So, yes, I know. I got to bring my little screwdriver to change that. Is it really little? Okay. We'll get that in just a second. All right. So, what comes after 1? 2. What comes after 2? 3. All right. What comes before 1? What comes before 0? Okay. So now we have our X values. This is what's crazy. Years ago, when we were doing this, all the Algebra 1 kids were doing this backwards. And I'm like, what are you? No, this is what our teachers told us at the middle school. Okay, guess what? We met with the teachers at the middle school. We actually screenshotted it, took pictures, sent it to them. They said, we do not know where they're learning this. All right. So, right here. Now, our A is -1. Okay. What is 1 times -1? -1. All right. So, what is 9 plus -1? 8. So, these are both 8. All right. Same thing here. -1. So, we get -3. So, 8 plus -3 is the same thing as 8 minus 3. Bye. Okay. All right. Believe it or not, that's our lesson. Okay. Now, y'all have your turn. I'm going to give you some time. We're going to go back and look at it. Yep. Okay. Don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. I'm not going to say stay fast because the person that likes me to say that's not really paying attention. They're doing makeup right now, so I could care less. All right. Good stuff. Good things. And after this weekend, a big roll tide.